So I was listening to Cedric's recent post, um, and I had a couple of thoughts about the problem and the clashes between those who are religious and those who are not. And it made me think back to listening to some of the atheist experience with Cedric. And oftentimes when Matt Dillahunty is arguing with people who believe, he's often asking them the question, is it logical, yada yada yada, or is it reasonable, yada yada yada? And usually it is, but the person that he is arguing / debating with cannot compel themselves to say so, because religion isn't based in the realm of logic, reason, and thinking. It's all tied up in emotions and emotionality. The reason why people who are highly religious are so deeply indoctrinated and why it's so ingrained in them is because they're introduced to it at a time when they were highly emotional, when they were children. Children are not reasonable, logical beings, not in the least. They're all emotionally driven. So if belief in whatever God or whatever religion your family happens to be practicing is introduced to a child who's highly emotional, and they take it upon themselves because basically they have no choice, then their emotions, not just their childhood emotions, but their emotions are tied up in their belief in that religion. So anything logical or reasonable that you try to present to them as potential proof that what they believe isn't correct will not be accepted, but it'll be rejected vehemently. It's two different realms. Not saying that religious people aren't thinking people and aren't capable of thinking. That's not it. And that's usually where the problem comes in, because as they get older, at some point they're going to think, mostly to themselves, you know, some of this doesn't make any sense. But then their emotions come back into play and it overrides their thinking. And there's nothing wrong with having emotions, but you don't want emotions to blind you to the truth. You know, if you're in an abusive relationship and someone is whooping your ass on a daily basis, whether you're a man or a woman, your emotional love for the being who is whooping your ass is clouding your judgment, much to your detriment. You know, if you are addicted to drugs and the way they make you feel, that's going to cloud your judgment from the knowledge that whatever drug you're hooked on may eventually kill you. So that's why it's super hard, extremely hard, to convince someone who is debating or arguing from a place of their emotions that what they feel and believe is incorrect. And when it comes to emotions, they have a wealth to pull from to try and bolster what they say and what they are telling you to believe, that they believe is true. It's hard to change someone's mind, but it's much harder to change how someone feels and their emotions, unless you're trying to piss them off or make them feel bad. That's just the conclusion I came to after listening to Cedric's post and thinking back on other things that I've heard. This is Sidra Owens with Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.
sometimes comparative reasoning isn't what you think, but why you think it. This is Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. Thank you for listening.